So I'm often asked what a flipped meeting is, and we can talk about flipped faculty meeting, a flipped PLC meeting, or a department meeting. What it really comes down to is providing teachers with a voice. When I was a school principal in 2012, we went through an experience where we just had low morale, and I really wanted to flesh out what that meant. And what it came down to, because we did an activity with our Principals Advisory Council, is that low morale was really coming from the fact that they didn't feel like they had a voice. Because at the state level, there was a lot of accountability and mandates. At the regional level, we experienced a lot of compliance-based professional development. So one of the areas that we did control, because we couldn't control the region or the state, we could control how we came together as a staff. So what we did is we had to come together and decide what's the first thing we wanted to be able to learn about. And we talked about feedback. And educational leadership had just had a journal on that, and Grant Wiggins had a great article. So what I did is I emailed the staff, because they all knew it was coming, they knew what the flipped process was going to look like, and I asked them to read the article. Then I asked them to bring evidence to the meeting. Now some people find that very intimidating, but it's supposed to be a non-judgmental experience where we learn together. It's our entry point to understand what people know. So this is a way that you could do it. Say that teachers want to learn about reciprocal teaching. So you find an article and you send it out to staff ahead of time. It helps develop their self-efficacy, because teachers that don't feel confident are going to gain some confidence by reading the article. And then you have a facilitator of learning at the faculty meeting, a principal, you might have a PLC lead, an instructional coach. And what they do is they actually facilitate learning using reciprocal teaching. Put teachers into smaller groups. They break up grade levels and actually have them in more diverse groups of maybe 4. Because what we also know is that people don't feel comfortable talking in front of a staff, but they do feel comfortable talking in a group of 3 or 4. And then they're given the challenge of, okay, in the next month before the next faculty meeting, we want you to actually try reciprocal teaching a couple of different times and bring back the evidence of what that looked like in your classroom. The flipped process is all about being human, but also focusing on learning, and we need more of that. It also helps develop people's self-efficacy, and it builds collective teacher efficacy too, where we can build this shared conviction around learning. The flipped process sounds gimmicky, but it actually can bring us to very deep learning.